Where the mining jobs are. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today we're going to have a look at where the mining jobs are using the keywords underground, offsider and dump truck. So we're going to have a look, and this is a map of Australia, and I've got this rigged up, and if we come down here you'll be able to see for copper, lead, zinc, silver and gold. And you can see there's mines everywhere all around the country. So these are the areas that you should be targeting in the hard rock industry, because this is the area that's growing and there'll be growth and jobs. So first off, let's have a look at underground. So if you type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up, and you're looking for the nipper, the truck driver and the offsider underground jobs, so diamond driller offsider. So you'll see Barminco are looking for people in New South Wales, but they're also looking for people in Queensland and WA. There's lots of mining roles going around. There's truck driving jobs going in Tasmania here. BHP are looking for people. Just about all the nipper and truck driving roles around the country, all the employers want experienced people, but unfortunately it's not a case that they've got them available. So they're having to put on new starters for all these nipper and truck roles. So I had one of the guys contact me off this video a couple of weeks ago and ask the very valid question, you know, how the F do you actually get a start or a gig like this? And I explained to them that it was all about knowing how the mine worked, and if you did that you had something to offer the employers. Well, 2 weeks later he got back to me and thanking me. He did the DIY and came up with a nipper's job. And so that just goes to show you that if you do have something to offer the employers, then they do hire. And, like I said, 2 weeks ago, he posted this up. He bought the training, did the training and got a job. So this is the training that I'm talking about, the intro to underground mining. The DIY package, it's $450. It's got everything that the employer wants you to know to go for one of these hard rock underground jobs. And there's multiple jobs around going on both sides of the country and in South Australia. So you just need to study and make sure you can give the employers what they want. Next, we'll have a look at dump truck. So if you type dump truck in, you'll see lots of jobs come up. But for those that have been watching the videos for a while now, you'll see something else that's going on, is the fact that now all the jobs are starting to be offered are around the $46, $48 mark. So why is that? I just want to go back to a blog that I wrote a little while ago about best advice to get into mining start. And it explains that certain areas of the industry, when the wages start to go backwards, that means that they've got an oversupply of people. I use shutdown work as an example. But this is what's going on with surface truck drivers at the moment. And the reason that it's going on is because they've got an oversupply, because, Rio and BHP and Fortescue, they're turning all their trucks in the Pilbara driverless. And, Rio's out saying that they want 80% of their trucks autonomous by the end of 2022. And, and they're doing it. That means that the employers don't have to pay as much. And you can see it. It's coming down now. If anybody that's been watching these where to get a job, mining job videos, you can go back, and I've been doing them for a couple of years now, and you can go back to the one that 3 or 6 months ago, all these jobs were $53 an hour. And if you go back 12 months, all these jobs were probably $56 an hour. Now they're $46.50 plus a hot skill allowance. But the point is that the reason that the employers can do that is because there's an oversupply of people. So I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble, but if you're trying to get in as an entry-level dump truck driver on the surface, you're going to have your work cut out for you. And my recommendation is to go for one of the big mining towns. So out to Mount Isa, or, really the place you want to go is the Super Pit in Kalgoorlie, because they're taking people on at the moment, entry-level. But there's not many places that are doing fly-out entry-level because they've got the choice. And, like I said, that's unusual, $53 an hour. That's what it used to be. But if you look through the rest of the ads, they're all down below 50 now. And that's because of the oversupply of people. And, it just makes it hard if you're a new starter trying to get into that area. So lastly, let's have a look at offsider. and if you type offsider in, you'll see all the entry-level jobs going. And I say this when I talk about offsiding on the surface all the time. Offsiding on the surface is money for jam if you like camping. If you're into going away and getting rugged and getting back outdoors and all that sort of stuff, then driller offsiding can be a good way to earn a lot of money. But if you're not into, that sort of stuff, then drillers offsider can be the worst job in the world. So they turn over a lot of people, so just understand what you're getting yourself into. But as you can see, everybody's looking for people all over the country. Now, most of the surface drillers offsiders, they want you to have a HR license, while the diamond driller underground, you only need a car license to do that. I hope you found that information helpful and where to have a look for getting a job. And the best place to go, I reckon, is underground, and you can use the sponsors training to do that, like our friend did here. I love his title there and his little frog face. That's really cool. But it's fantastic for getting himself a job, and it only took a couple of weeks and a bit of study, and that just shows you what you can do if you're motivated and you got yourself going. So if you've got any more questions, please send them through, and if you could like and subscribe the channel, that would be wonderful, and if you can share this information around. Thanks.